So today we are going to make chapatis. This is very famous in Nepal. So this is wheat flour. So I'm gonna make chapatis using this wheat flour today. Now I have taken a glass of water and I'm going to pour it down slowly. I am not going to pour down all the water for now. Now I'll add some salt and a little bit of oil. Just a little bit of salt for taste and about half tablespoon of oil. This helps to make this dough very soft. So I'll start with mixing. I'll use hand for mixing because it's quite easy and convenient, though it's kind of messy at the beginning, but once we make this dough it's quite easier. It seems like I need to add more water. Make sure we don't add all one glass of water at a time because we have to know its consistency and we don't want to make it very soft. So little by little we'll add water and start mixing using our hand. The more we mix this dough, the more softer it will get. I'm going to add a little bit of water again. So it's just like making a dough. Even the small children, they play with the clay or dough, so similar kind of texture we are trying to make it. So my dough is still so sticky, so this can happen quite often. So if this is very sticky, we can always add some wheat flour so that it's not so sticky, because we have to roll it and make it a circle. So we need to make sure it's not very sticky, but it has to be very soft. Then only our chapati will be nice. So this way, I'm kneading it more. It's always better to add a little bit more pressure while you knead this dough, because this will help the chapatis to become very softer. So now my dough is about to take form. So this is the softness. So now we can cover it with a lid for some time. So covering makes it even more softer. So I'm going to cover it for about 5 to 10 minutes. So now I have divided the dough into 6 small pieces. So now I'm going to make it a roll, or like a circle. That was my one bowl. There's the another. You can always use 2 hands to make a nice ball. So I just make sure that these balls are quite circular, because this helps me in making a circular. While rolling the dough, I happen to make it in a round form. So I just always make sure that this is very round and circular in shape. this makes me even more feel easier while rolling the chapatis. And chapatis should always be in circular shape, otherwise the chapatis are not called chapatis, they would be resembling some kind of maps. Uh, so in Nepal, we have these kind of tools for rolling chapatis. We call it belna, and this is choki. So this word belna is somewhat we also called rolling pin, and we call it belna because it's derived from Nepali word belna, means belne, that means to roll. And this is called choki because this is like a flat surface where we will put our dough by adding some little bit of wheat flour so that it doesn't get stuck. That before, chapatis should be round in shape, a perfect round, or else it'll look like map of some other countries. So we are making chapatis, not the map. So the shape should be somewhat like this, round and circular. Now we'll start roasting this chapatis. So we need to put a pan like this, or you can also use your regular pan. So I'm going to turn on the flame of my gas, and we need to make sure this pan is heated before we put the chapatis into it. As this pan is heated now, so I'm going to put the chapatis over here like this. So we'll be flipping these chapatis about 3 to 4 times, but there's some clue when you have to flip it for the first time, and it is like when we start seeing bubbles around here. The bubbles is about to come, but we still have to wait. You can see the chapatis is doing some movement over here because it's because of the heat. You can see some bubbles over here now. Okay. So this time you can think that this is the time you may take the first turn. See, the bubbles created those roasted area. So make sure you always have a piece of cotton cloth, because we need to make sure that the chapatis is cooked from all the edges. So we'll have to like start pressing this way. We have to press the edge of the circle. You can see that it has started fluffing up. Obviously that's because of the heat and the plain surface of these chapatis. So now you can use a tongue so that you don't burn your hand, and you can just see. See. So now this is the third flip, and the chapatis is about to be ready. So just make sure that your flame is not too high so that your chapatis don't get burned. Not too high, not too low. So our first chapatis is ready. This is my second chapati. So this is ready for the first loop for now. And yeah. Now, after 3 to 6 seconds, you can start pressing the edge of this chapatis, because usually the pan is a flat surface, so it easily gets cooked over this side, but we need to make sure it's also cooked from the edges so that it is digestible and we don't have a stomach ache. it's perfectly cooked. So for pressing it about 5 to 6 seconds, you can always make sure if it is ready to flip or not by turning the side around. And see, you can see some raw parts. Then what you can do is simply press, take your cotton cloth and press where you feel that it's not cooked yet. Okay, now this is ready to get flipped over. Now we can again press the edges. See, sometimes the chapatis will not get fluffy. It's because of the holes that's being created, because the air is being passed and it's not fluffing. But that's completely fine until and unless your chapatis is completely cooked. Yay, perfectly cooked. So this is like my last chapatis. So sometimes what happens is like you don't have much time and you are in so much of hurry and you don't have so much of patience to wait that this chapatis is taking too much of time. So there's one hack to make it cook a little bit faster. I don't recommend doing that, but yes, everybody might face with that problem that they are in so much of hurry. So what they can do is like, so this is my first flip, and I'll turn it around. You can see that the edges are not so cooked properly. So what can we do is just take it out from this pan, put it aside, and start make sure your flame is put low, and you can roast it this way. See, because you need to make sure the edges are cooked, so you can focus on the edges this way. So see, even this part is not so well cooked, so I would suggest roasting that side again. I got a hole. This way. Okay, and then you're done. Ta-da! So one full meal is ready. So this is how we eat chapatis.